Hello everybody, this is Sam Soto from Melodic Metal Suggestions and we are in another episode of Grow Your Opinion. And in this occasion we are bringing you a band that is one of the first bands that I saw when I started TikTok, and they follow me from the beginning and I followed them from the beginning, and we have been friends all this time, but we haven't talked directly. So now I'm pretty sure that after this interview we're gonna be real friends. So let's start introducing you, my friend, Leon Mirabal. Hello, Leoncito. How are you?
Hi, Samuelcito. How are you? And hi, everyone, to see this episode of Grow Your Opinion. As I always do, please remember to subscribe, to make a like to our video, to this interview, and make a comment. So I'm going to start with the first question real quick. Who is Dimhall, and how will you describe your style?
Well, Dimhall is we describe our music as genre bending metal. We come from the southern Sweden, and sometimes we can't really describe our music. Is it progressive metal? Is it melodic death metal? Is it folk metal? Power metal? Well, we just often say yes. So therefore, the genre bending metal tagline. And I am Ludwig. I am the guitarist and I am the songwriter of the band. And we have five members. We have Emil Hannu on song. He's the singer. Jakob Paulbrink, the other guitarist, and he is responsible for the recordings. And Jonas Lundqvist as the bassist, and Fredrik Lundqvist as the drummer.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was going to say that, like, I can sense in your music like a lot of different styles in one single song, and especially I detected a lot of these like a progressive parts during the song. Sometimes you are like very melodic, sometimes you are very brutal, and you have this combination of clean voices, guttural. So so far for me, every song is like a different trip. It's a different trip every single song, and I love that because otherwise it gets boring. Like when you are listening the same single songs all the time. But still, something really, really that I love from you guys is that even when every song sounds different, you can detect that it's Dimhall, who is playing. So that's something I really love, and whoever is watching this, I recommend you to listen to them because they are really, really good. If you like melodic metal, you're gonna love them. So
we have actually in 2025 we have been playing together in 15 years. So we have when we started, we wanted to do explore different sounds and explore what we want to sound like. When we just started, we most of the members, or some of the members, hadn't picked an instrument before.
Oh, wow!
So we just started as a New Year's resolution. How about we start a band? It will be fun. And then we've found the members, and then we just started mostly like a deathcore death metal band, but with our lyrics were more humoristic, with the first world problem lyrics, like oh no, the red sock in the white. When they are doing the washing, and the red socks in the white. Oh no, it's the problem. Or you stub your toe in the bed, and how painful it hurts. Actually, we were named called another name by that time. We were called Oxilt, which is a Swedish Swedish pun on. I will tell the Swedish name first. Pannkakor och sylt, which is pancakes and jam. So we took the oxylt and it became oxilt. But later on, we became more melodic, more progressive, and we experimented with more styles. I think, and then we didn't think that the oxilt title were fitting for the sound, and we explored what will we call ourselves. When we recorded the Serenity EP, we decided, we will call ourselves Dimhall.
Correct.
And it's been like that ever since.
Nice. And yeah, I was going to tell you, you forgot to say taxes. That's a first world problem, and we would like to have these problems in Latin America.
Yeah.
Not the problem we have, but yeah, that's pretty cool. So, this question is going to be very interesting because you have so many different styles in one single band, let's say. And the question is, who are your biggest influences as a band and maybe in a personal way? Like, of course, it can be a big list, but for something that you can say more about you or the band.
Yep. It very depends on the song, which influences. But some of the biggest influences, I think, it's Amorphis, the Finnish band, and we all love Blind Guardian, and we are Soilwork is a massive influence. We always and when I wrote the song Vinternatt with the latest single, it's actually an older song which we recorded. It's a re-recording of an older song. When I wrote that, the bands Moon Sorrow, Orden Ogan, and some electronic bands like Velle Ertball and Vimination was massive influences. And I come from alternative background. My dad and my mom used to listen to bands like Depeche Mode, Sisters of Mercy, the Mission, The Cure. So those influences has been in
your
the
life.
songwriting as well, especially when I love the chorus pedal and the delay pedal riffage, the melodies they do, and I wanted to incorporate it in our sound as well. So we to take many influences from various things. But I am also, if the people who know me also know that I love JRPG soundtracks like Final Fantasy, Tales of games, Persona, and such. And I wanted to incorporate those sounds as well. So yeah, it's many things.
It's a big list.
You
just made me feel very old because I used to listen to Depeche Mode, The Cures as well. I should be friends with your parents, not with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I was very young, but that music was there in MTV.
Yeah. I've had those CDs and the vinyls when my first CD I bought with my actual money was Violator of Depeche Mode.
Wow.
My dad and I went to the record store, and I had saved a lot of money, and I bought that record. I was about 7, I think.
Wow.
And I bought that record, and it's a masterpiece of a record. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So yeah.
We're
Man.
the first one that mentioned the page mode, actually.
Yeah, actually it is. And that's nice, man. When we can have a lot of inspiration in another thing that is not is not essentially metal. We don't need that to make an amazing metal bands.
No.
Yes.
Often it's if there's a good melody or a good rhythm or something, you can always to enjoy it and maybe translate it to other genres. If you know the genre and know the other genre as well, you can transpose it and often.
Correct. Actually, I did a trip these last 2-3 days. I traveled from Stavanger to Oslo by car with my family, and I was listening to Bon Jovi, Aerosmith, all these bands from the 90s, 80s, 90s. And then I remember I told my wife, like, nobody's making this kind of music anymore. Like, the new generation, they don't listen to this kind of music anymore, like melodic, soft, romantic music. They don't do it anymore. And our generations, like probably people from the 30s to the 50s, we grew up with all this background, with all these influences, and the you can still make this kind of melodic music. I don't know what's going to happen in the future if people stop listening to the new music like yourself, guys. I don't know what's going to happen to melodic music because we grew up with all of that. That's why we love it.
Well, I think it's because the pop music in the 90s and early and the 80s and were very melodic, and as it grew, I think they wanted to explore more sounds, more new sounds. Therefore, I think Billie Eilish has more rhythmic sounds. It's not very melodic, but the exploration of the sounds is more interesting as of now, because I don't know, as well as soundtrack music. Hans Zimmer with his styles, it's not very melodic. It's very guttural guttural sounding often, and the exploration of the soundscapes and such. And I think the pop music, it's more or less the similar path when they want to explore sounds, but not so much with melody. And
like before,
it can be an explanation about that. But as I've even in the metal community, it's more exploration of how guttural can you be, how
heavier,
how I don't know, brutal can the breakdown be, how guttural can the vocals be, and not so much focus on interesting melodies or
correct.
At least in the mainstream metal community.
Correct.
I do love bands like Bad Omens and Sleep Token, but those are the bands, or Lorna Shore. It's the bands that, they do different exploration of the sounds.
Correct.
And how sometimes it's very melodic, but it's not that. It's not the highlight of the song.
Yeah, it's not the point of the song. Yes,
it's the brutal breakdown into the Hellfire by Lorna Shore. It's
correct.
You remember the breakdown, the guttural vocals, the gnarly vocals, and then bam.
Yes.
that
Yes, yes,
that
yes.
is the thing you remember from the song, but not
Not
often
the
melodic
not the
part.
symphonic part, not the symphonic
No.
part, for example. Yeah. Hmm?
So
That's
I think
correct.
it's the path the metal genre is going through right now. The how
Yeah.
brutal can you be? How gnarly or something.
Correct, correct.
Yeah, I think that this is like a circle. It's always make a
Mm.
maybe 20 years ago we have a song style that in 10 years later from this we're gonna have in the mainstream again.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think that the music is like with the clothes and everything. Just
Uh,
have a little ball, but it's almost the same
It
in
will
that
come
sense.
back.
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
um well, we're talking to you. You made that you are a songwriter. So how would you describe your creative process?
Oh, uh,
Mhm.
well, often it's like I have maybe I take a walk, I do the chores or something, and I get an idea. And I
Mm.
have uh, often I need to have that idea in my head, or else I forget it. So maybe
Mm.
it's during work. I have that idea, I hum it, and when I get home, I start to often uh, transpose it on from my head to the guitar. The guitar is my main instrument. I do
Mhm.
play others instrument, but guitar is my main instrument. And that's the thing I write with. Uh, but the song uh, process often can take weeks, months to do, because I have all these ideas, but how do I puzzle it together?
Mm.
I, 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 I don't really write in the typical ABA format, verse,
Mm.
verse,
Correct.
verse.
Yeah, correct.
Uh, I often want to make the song a journey or a trip.
Mm.
So the A part, the B part, C part, the D part, and maybe A part comes after
Mm.
and continues afterwards. And then uh, I often write it as of now. I write it in Pro Tools. I demo it and see is it working? Is it not working? I sometimes it works in my head, but
Mhm.
I did need to do my ideas to concrete more how to get my ideas more concrete. It's more I do make a demo on Pro Tools. Does it work? Doesn't it work? How what can I change it to something else? And when I have done that, it mostly takes some months to do.
Mm.
I present it to the other members,
Okay.
and then they can have their opinions about the
Mm.
parts. Is it too long? Is it too short or something? But mostly it's between me, Emil, the singer, and Jakob, the other guitarist, that we
Mm.
often get together and go through the parts and the
Mm.
song. How I present the idea. They often get, yeah, it's very great, but it needs to
Mm.
do some editing,
Correct,
and
correct.
it goes back and forth uh, multiple times
Mm.
before we are all in the band very are happy with how it sounds
Mm.
and the format of it all.
Yeah.
So it's me that is the songwriter, but there are the editors. So to
Correct,
say,
correct.
with
They
the other
add
members.
the salt and pepper
Yeah,
on the song.
exactly. And
Yeah.
then our singer Emil will do the lyrics. He writes the lyrics, and then we when sometimes we always do demo recording with the vocals as well to see how the melodies on the vocals are, or the growling, or how we can put them together. And then we rehearsed. Earlier, we rehearsed a lot more at the rehearsal place. But now our other guitarist lives in another city, so it's a bit harder for him to get
to get together with you.
to rehearsals. So the other members rehearse about one time a week. Sometimes it may be some pause, but we always rehearsed at home. And then so the latest 2 gigs we had, our other guitarist couldn't get to those rehearsals before, but we have noticed that the gigs went really well. So we often use the rehearse at home at least, then we are fine.
Correct.
And I think it's especially after COVID, we have been rehearsing more at home, and then do the final rehearsals, or to get the parts. Sometimes we try to do with every member if possible, and that's how we do.
It's amazing how the amount of bands that are doing the same. Like sometimes they do the rehearsals at home, practicing. Then when they get together, they practice one time, and then they are ready for the gig. It's amazing.
When our guitarist told us that he was going to be moving, we were a bit, oh no, what we're gonna do now? Do he has to lead the band or something? But we tried a gig. Does it work? Then we can continue. And it worked, and we still we just rehearse at home, and then we really say we have a new song, we rehearse at home, so we have a deadline for this date, and then we all rehearse together. So it's often just at home, mostly at this time. When we were younger, we always did rehearsals together. So often it was. I think it was as we have been knowing each other for more than 15 years together. We know our strengths and weaknesses, so we know how we can
help each other, or something like that. Nice. And with all these changes in the music, for sure the songwriter, the lyrics writer, the singer, he doesn't have it easy to create the lyrics, because he need to accommodate, let's say, that the phrases and everything in with all the changes. And one question about that is, you said that you used to write about for the lyrics about like funny first world country problems. But now when you change to Dimhall and based in the names of the songs, it doesn't sound like you are making funny lyrics.
No, no.
What
It's
are the
not.
lyrics you are doing right now? What are the topic?
Well, often it's very personal lyrics, but often it's written in a way it's like a fantasy novel. Our singer he loves to write. He wants to be an author someday, but he has always written very poetic lyrics. And so oft with songs with with the song Stjärnfall, for example, or Serenity, it's often well, Stjärnfall is, you can make the argument that you can draw inspiration from Brandon Sanderson's writing, like Stormlight Archives or Mistborn. But if you dig deeper, you as a character is called Kaladin. He's very depressed and such. You can make the connections from that character and the mental state of maybe the writer or maybe the listener who listens can relate to the. But he lately has been written more in Swedish. So Stjärnfall and Vinternatt is in Swedish. So often it's we have gotten some comments that I don't understand the lyrics, but this is awesome. So often it's like you don't need to understand the lyrics every time, but if you can feel the lyrics, the music can, or the singing can make an interpretation for you, how you interpret it, how it sounds. And Vinternatt is about a warrior through the final end times in Nordic mythology called Ragnarök. So it's it's Ragnarök from our human warrior's perspective. So it's the last. The warrior is prepared to die, and he is grateful for it.
Oh yeah. That's nice.
He has done everything he can in his life, and then now he's ready for the death, eventual death.
Is this something like, for example, I live in Norway, and they have this. If you want to go to Valhalla, like pretty much you need to die in battle.
Yeah.
Is it something like that?
Yeah, it's like that. A Viking warrior, when they die in battle, they go to Valhalla. But the Valhalla is a place where all the fallen warriors have gathered with, and they are preparing for the end times, the Ragnarök, the apocalypse or something.
The apocalypse, yes.
And when that end times comes, all the warriors are gathered and do the final battle.
Wow, very interesting.
And the end times is also in Nordic mythology. It's also the beginning of a new era. All the gods are dying. Thor is killed by the Midgard serpent, and Tyr is killed by the wolf, and Odin. I don't remember how he dies, but all the gods are dying and are dead, but new ones will come and bring a new age, and it's like a circle.
How did you go from a pain in the finger to so philosophical things?
I don't know. Well, when we started to realize all these songs were more melodic and more serious sounding.
That's the feeling you got from your own music.
Yeah, so we didn't feel that like the lyrics before it was very fitting.
Correct.
Because the Vinternatt lyrics were in the original version. It's more of when you play some LARPing with some friends, live action role playing. Viking live action role playing, but everyone around you are idiots. That's the original lyrics. But then when we were more serious, we changed the lyrics to more. We had the Viking image on the song.
Correct.
But how do you make it more, I don't know, serious?
Serious, yeah. Very interesting, huh?
Yeah, and now we are released soon to be releasing an EP with 2 songs, also in Swedish. But those are about I think it's more sometimes the polar opposites of each other. The one song is about feeling loved. How to it can be platonic, it can be romantic. Two parts get together and become one, basically. And the other song is about the feeling of emptiness. The feeling of when you when I wrote the song, I wanted the feeling of you are drowning in the ocean and just sinking deeper, and the lyrics reflects on that.
Oh, I need to listen to that one because I love that kind of music, like very depressive, something like that, nostalgic.
Yep,
I love it.
I think it's that song is one of the most emotional songs I've written. So we really look forward to releasing those.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Soon.
I can't wait. I'm gonna tell my wife, leave me alone. I need to be alone for.
I need my time.
I need my time to listen to this song. Take the babies out.
Yeah. Wait.
I don't want to see you crying. To see me crying.
Yep.
I love that thing. I just love it. As much as I love horror, I love depressive things. I don't know why. Maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah, I think it's the the Scandinavian mentality. We are always so oh no, it's so depressing. We need to be depressed all the time. Because
my finger is hurt.
Oh no, we always
my
to
finger.
complain. We always want to complain about something. Always
about
the weather. Always the weather. Oh no, it's too hot. Oh no, it's too cold. Oh no, it's raining. Oh no, it's yeah.
Oh no, it's too sunny and fun to be out.
Yep.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay. All right, man. We're continuing with the interview. What is the biggest obstacle that you have faced to get where you are now as a band?
I don't. Before we got to TikTok, we didn't really get reach out for the. We didn't reach out for any new audience. We released Serenity back in 2017, and when it came out, people said, "Yeah, it sounds awesome." We even had Madeleine Liljestam from the band Elaine as guest vocals on the title track, and it was awesome. Then it just went well. We had okay streamings and listeners, but when we released Vinternatt, we got into TikTok and just did our post there, and when some of the posts were really exploding, then some things happened. So more listeners, more bands that were, we love your sound, do you want to play with us? So before that we didn't have anything to present. We had the Serenity EP for 7 years, and how do you present it as something new? And so oft well, it was really, I don't know, we didn't go anywhere. And when COVID came, it was really much harder to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we actually started recording Vinternatt in February 2020. That was just a month before the COVID pandemic really hit.
Yeah.
So we had our plans. Well, we are recording the drums, and then we released it in the summer. Well, 4 years later, we released.
Yes, yes.
So it
Wow.
was the one of the biggest.
Yeah, I think
challenges.
COVID was really bad for
Yeah.
everybody.
So well, our first gig after we didn't have a gig. Well, 2020 we had one gig, and 2021 we had two gigs. But from the 2020 gig to the 2021 gig, it was 10 months, and we didn't rehearse at all during that time. But before we got that gig, we just made one rehearsal, and then we noticed we have it. That we have rehearsed at home, and then it goes very well. But I think its biggest challenge was before TikTok we didn't have any reach, and then the COVID we didn't have any more of the social stuff. That's I think it's because because we didn't release Vinternatt because after 4 years. I think it's like that.
You know, is something that I really like about TikTok is that, in a personal way, is that when I started it, I saw you guys, Dimhall, I saw Vanitas, I saw some other bands that at some point I noticed that you were following the same bands that I was following. And it's funny, Leoncito, because you pay attention to Vanitas, for example, Earbound, and I don't remember which other bands that have
Earthbound.
been in TikTok like from the beginning.
Oh,
And from the beginning, I mean, when I started the channel, it's very cool, man, because every time Vanitas posts something, you can see Dimhall commenting something and backwards, you
yeah.
know. And
I've been in contact with Vanitas and Earthbound and other
yeah,
bands. So it's a mutual. When we do a post, they always
correct,
get their support, and vice versa.
correct,
And
correct.
it's just
It's like a small family.
it's like a found family. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
a bummer that they have very hard time leaving England to play the
Yes.
gig because of Brexit. But we are always doing well. Sometimes in the future we can play together. But we are always supporting each other. It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a family. We are always supporting each other, and I love that when it comes to the underground scene, that all the bands are supporting each other because they know that they are bottom mid-level of fame, but if we all support each other, they always grow up to eventually be even bigger.
Yes.
It's like when we started, we did some gigs together with Imminence, the Swedish band Imminence,
Yes.
before they really blew up. We did the same uh, how do you call it, youth centers. So we rehearsed at some of the same youth centers, but then
Wow.
they really got
Yes,
big,
yes, yes. Yeah,
and
they're really big. Yes,
now they're really big.
they're really big. Yes.
Uh, and we still had contact with them, so especially Eddie, the singer, and the violinist. He actually did the Serenity music video
Oh, wow.
with us, and yeah, and they're all of them are really
Yeah,
nice guys.
it's amazing how big they are right now.
And yeah, all the happiness for them.
Yeah, yeah.
They really deserve it. They are one of the
Yes.
most hardworking bands right now.
Yeah, yeah. And they have very, very good styles. Very different.
Yeah,
Very
very
unique.
cool,
Very
very
unique.
unique style.
Yeah.
It's
And
not often you hear metalcore
yeah,
with violin.
yeah. Correct, correct. And you know that's exactly what I love because I notice all the time that you are commenting with them, then with us, and you know, it's like I feel part of your small group, maybe as an outsider because I'm not a band,
Mm.
or we are not a band, but I'm still there. You know, I
Yeah,
see everything you do, and I think, of course, you notice me as well because I'm the one that is all the time commenting in the
yeah,
TikTok.
yeah.
And something that I wanted to do it was to invite you guys to this interview since long time ago because you were
Mm.
the first one that I had in TikTok. But we've been doing it eventually. Like first we did it with Vanitas, and then I talked to Earbond, and we were going to do it in end of November, December,
Mm.
but they were very busy and I got busy with other things. But I will invite them again, like starting the next year. Now we have you guys. It depends on your schedule, you know. Like,
Yeah,
okay, I'm free now. Okay, let's do it.
yeah. We actually saw the interview with Throne of Roaches. Also,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
we are from the same city.
Oh,
Uh,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
so we are actually planning a gig together soon. I can't really
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
say the date right now, but soon. I often when it comes to the Malmö scene, when we started, the underground scene was huge. It was
Mm,
bands like Endsight, Vivisection, Pentex Corps, and others, and we wanted to be part of that scene. But
mm,
after when we started we started 2010. After a year or and a half, all the bands were disbanding or broken up or something.
mm.
So we were
Yeah,
always we were the loners. We didn't have many bands to play with, and
yeah.
we and Throne of Roaches, we were in contact around the about around in March, February, March of
Mm,
this year, and I noticed there that they were Malmö from Malmö as well. I didn't know
mm.
at all that there are coming newer and newer bands from this city. Often
Wow.
it's when you talk about the Swedish underground scene, often it's Gothenburg, Stockholm, and Linköping.
Correct.
It's often those three, Umeå as well, but
Mm.
Malmö is not
It's
part
not
of,
in the map. Yes.
not in the map, but soon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But we were talking about, well, how about doing a gig together? And we have been contacting places, and
Wow. And
soon.
you know, they will always remember us, Leoncito, because we were the first ones that interviewed Trono Roaches.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool because if one day they become huge,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
you guys, or Vanitas, man,
yeah,
it's like we can say at least that to our grandchildren that we interviewed them at some point.
yeah,
We just have a little part of this, but that is nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's nice to be there.
At least we were the first one with Ronald Roaches. Yeah. So, Ludwig, coming back again to your band. In terms of your gigs, do you have some experience that you can share with us from some gigs, like something that was really big or something very dramatic or made you cry or made you jump, something you can share with us?
Well, the latest, some of the more positive, the latest gig we had in Kristianstad, some miles from north of Malmö. We when we played Vinternatt, we often play it's the last song of the set list often. We had around 100 people in the audience, 100 150. But when we played that song, all the audience just came towards us.
Whoa.
And sang the whole song with us together.
Nice.
Whoa.
The goosebumps
yes,
on
correct.
it was really, really, really awesome.
Correct.
But well, if you can take one of more dramatic, if I should say it. Well, if I should say it, this was back in, I think it's 2012 or something. We were relatively new, and I was playing with two bands at that time. So we had a gig with three bands, and two of those bands I was in were playing. So I played both sets after each other, no pause. I've actually fainted on stage.
No way.
After the last note on the last song, I fainted on stage. Ambulance came.
No way.
Whoa.
Wow. That's dramatic.
It's dramatic.
Yeah.
So actually now I've talked with this with my stepmother, who is a doctor, and she said it could be because of anxiety related stuff, because the stage I have stage fright. It doesn't show with the videos because I think it's a coping mechanism. Yeah. But I always take medicine before I do the gigs,
really?
to block the anxiety.
Wow!
Right.
Wow! Yeah, because for sure that's just something that you cannot control. I mean, it's not something that you just say, I'm not gonna get anxious this time.
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't really. When we played in Stockholm, it wasn't really. It was about 50 people in the audience. I just had the biggest anxiety attack. I can't do this. I can't do this. But in the Kristianstad gig, we had the latest gig. It was a bigger stage, more people. It wasn't really something. It wasn't. I was a bit nervous, of course, before the gig, but it wasn't really something. So you can't really control it.
Yeah, maybe because the way you see the audience, since it was bigger, then your side get lost in the crowd instead of just looking at few guys. They're looking at you.
That can be the case, and as well as I know the songs 100%, 110%. I know them. And most of the audience have maybe never listened to us. And if we do one mistake, they won't hear it.
Correct.
But we in the stage, we know and oh no, it's the massive failure. And but we have worked so that we can hide our mistakes.
Poker face, yes.
Our poker, really do the poker face, and yeah, well, it's a part of the song.
Yeah. It's a part of the song. Yeah.
When you play live, you know, it's a lot of. In the end, it's a lot of mistake. It's always happens something, but it's the way that you. But you don't. It's your face, your way to transmit to the people that everything is fine.
Yeah.
It's just a new arrangement that you do it in the morning, and that's it. Yeah, that's a different
you need to
experimental
avoid
scale that I
Yeah.
have to use in that moment, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah,
And essentially, you need to avoid like the whole band looking at the guy who made the mistake.
no, we just to play, just continue the
just
set,
continue.
and one thing we have worked on the last years has been to, I think, talking to each other when we are playing, like, yeah, you're doing this, yeah, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
we are talking to each other and then talking to the audience, like, yeah, I'm doing this awesome thing, join us.
Correct.
So we are inviting the audience to play this gig with us.
Correct.
So it's not just the audience just doing this and watching. They can be a part of the experience.
Correct. Interesting.
Yeah, that's really nice. That makes way better any presentation that you make.
Oh yeah. There can be some bands that technically they are best bands, best musicians. They're really tight playing, but if they don't show it, it might be the most boring concert ever.
Yeah, because in the audience is like 10% of the audience is a musician, the rest is not. So
yeah,
you can love music. You can love a lot of the music or all the style of music or whatever you want, but if you're a musician, some things that you're gonna lose it, and that's nice. That's okay, and that's part of the show. It's not like I'm going to see 4 or 5 person, 6 person playing her own instrument and how they do it and transform with the song is a show. I'm going to see a show.
Yeah,
and that's the difference.
Yeah.
So, well, you talk about that you are working on your next EP from the next 2 songs, but about that or something that you're making. What are you currently working on?
We are. It's the final mixing of the EP right now. Our guitarist Jakob is mixing.
Right.
It's the process is like the Vinternatt, that we did everything ourselves, recording and mixing. So Jakob is hard at work right now at that. We hope to release it early next year. And then right now we are contacting places to play, venues. We have been in contact with some bands, some Danish bands, some Swedish bands from Gothenburg, Trollhättan, Stockholm, Linköping, and around Skåne, where Malmö is. and I've been in contact with one Norwegian band as well.
Oh,
So we'll see. We'll see if that's
wow.
will do. But we are making sure that we will be doing more live gigs for
Correct.
next year.
Mm.
That's the plan. And after we have released our EP, we will try to do a new EP after
Mm.
that. We have written it dozens of songs. So we have a plan how we will release it. We will as of now we will not focus on an album. We will just focus on EPs or singles.
Singles. Mm.
So that we can just release the music. We have a lot of music. We have about 3-4 hours worth of music.
Wow.
Just waiting to be recorded and released, and so that's the plan as of now.
Wow.
And now that our Vinternatt and earlier songs has gained more tractions, it might be get a bit easier to get the gigs.
Correct. Mm.
So that's a plan. So more gigs for the future, and really, I think it's going to be an EP as well after this one.
Okay.
So we do tend to have a bit longer songs. So often it's like 2-3 songs per EP, because they are quite massive. They do have large soundscapes, so they take a long time to arrange and record so many details.
Correct.
So,
correct.
so well, I think that's the plan. Release the EP for EP right now, and do a lot more gigs, and then release another EP.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now that you have this plan, removing the humble part, where would you like to be in the next 5-10 years?
Well, a dream of would be it would be nice to play in more established metal festivals, like Sweden Rock or Wacken would be the dream. But but I think it's could be possible that to do gigs more outside of Sweden. We did our first gig in Denmark in the summer. We loved it, and then I think do more gigs outside of Sweden. That would be dream.
Wow, that would be great. Yeah. Good. Nice. So,
All right,
Luisito.
man. And from all the people who doesn't know you, which of your song will you recommend them to start with?
Oh, I think the first song to start with is Vinternatt, our latest single. I think it has the melodies, it has the intensity, it has the very catchy chorus, which is something we always try to do, the catchy chorus. But I think Vinternatt is the best way to start.
Correct. And it has good lyrics.
Yeah, even if you don't understand Swedish, you can always
translate.
You can always translate. Google Translate is your friend,
Your friend.
or just feel the intensity. And
correct. Yeah, that's a particular thing when you say it. You know,
some of my favorite bands are singing in other languages. Some there's a band from what's the country? It's not Lithuania. that's called Skyforger.
Oh,
It's sing in Lithuanian. No, Latvian. It's they are neighboring countries. Latvian. They sing in Latvian. I don't understand any of the lyrics, but I love the music. Well, we are soon to be releasing a new EP. News about that will come very soon, and about the title and the artwork and the release date. It will be, we can say it will be 2 songs, one very fast and melodic, and one more slow and emotional. So stay tuned for that.
Perfect.
that's nice. And what are your social media? And where the people can find you and talk to you?
Yeah, you can find us at TikTok, Dimhall Official, and Instagram. It's also Dimhall Official, and YouTube. I think it's also Dimhall Official. So TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. We have a Facebook as well, but I think those 3. It's more.
All right.
Thanks.
Perfect. And what about you, Leoncito?
We're gonna put all the links of your band on the description of this video, and we're gonna thank you, man. We really appreciate that you came with us. We follow our band from a lot of time, as just like Sensei, and we're really happy that you are here with us, man. And sorry for the interruption, but that shit happened, man.
Yeah.
So something else, a little bit?
Yeah. Well, you just one last thing. When we have been doing this EP as do it yourself as much as possible. So I will be doing the artwork of the EP.
Ah, that's nice, man.
You can find my art account on Instagram. It's Refaim Art.
I will follow.
Oh, yeah, man, that's nice. Yeah, send it to us, but we can put it on the description on the interview, and
absolutely.
And to our social media, we can put it too. We can post it.
Yep.
We can repost. That would be really nice, man. And
very cool.
Closing this interview, please, as I always say, remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a like, and make a comment or whatever you want to comment. What do you think about the band or another band that you want to see on Grow Your Opinion? And Sam, closing this, man.
Yeah. Okay. Again, thank you very much to Leoncito for being here with me again. Ludwig, thank you a lot for this interview. This is one of the interviews that I didn't feel like I'm talking to a stranger, because we've been following each other for pretty much 1 year. And we've been there. You comment us, I comment your music, we comment all of other friends. So a big hi to Tono Roaches, Vanitas, Earbird, and even Imminence. They will see to them.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
No, it's our pleasure. So thank you again. And again, you also, if you become as huge as you want to be, please remember us.
Absolutely.
Okay, everybody. Thank you for watching this. We hope we see you in a new Grow Your Opinion episode. Go back to the previous interviews. You will find one that you will love for sure, or a band that you didn't know anything about them. And now you're going to know not only about the music, but also about who they are. So thank you for watching this, and see you the next time. And stay metal. Bye.